In today's video, we're going to check out JSitemap Pro from J Extensions, John Degamore. I've used this extension for a long time, but there's tons that I haven't done with it. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. Excuse me. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work live stream number 206 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work on Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, migrate them to Joomla 4. So if you're looking to hire someone short-term or long-term, or even just to get you out of a spot, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Today's video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru, get a free site audit for your Joomla site. While you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites, and yeah, it will save you a lot of time. I was actually using it today. It saved me a ton of time. Had an extension that I needed to update on 20 sites, and I actually uploaded it because I couldn't use the Joomla updater, uploaded it to all those sites all at once. So that was really handy. All right, so let's turn our attention to the screen here. And here we go. Oh, and I've got to pause my video here. That'll make things a bit faster. All right, in chat, we've got Bjorn and Ivor and James Borders. Hello, James Borders. He just called me before the live stream to ask a question about Migrate Me 4. And yeah, so I'm glad that you like my t-shirt. It is, you know, I bought this up island. You know, I live on an island, Vancouver Island. And really liked it. They had other shirts like this. They had Volkswagen Beetles or Punch Buggies, and I wish the company isn't in business anymore. If I had known, I would have bought a bunch of those shirts that day. But all right, so let's see now. Where's this? Let me get things sorted out here. All right, so here we are. Actually, that's. Let's find this JSitemap Pro. I know I have it in the description there. We'll find it right here. And it's a paid extension, but I will paste it in the link here. There we go. That's what we're looking at today. And I already have it installed in the back end of the Joomla 4 site. So let's just log in and away we go. All right, I don't know why I thought I had that saved. So we're going to go to components, and it always puts itself at the top. You can always find it up there. I'm not sure how it does that or why it does that, but it's a handy dandy thing. And so here we are in its control panel. Now, I'm going to just skip right down to the thing that I like the most. This has been my go-to sitemap extension for probably over a decade or close to a decade, and because I want to submit a sitemap to Google Webmaster Tools or whatever it's called now, Workspace or Google Space or whatever, so that Google knows where to spider looking for new content for sites. And so when we scroll down here, handy dandy, right down here, what he calls the SEO dashboard, there's a number of links to different sitemaps that you can have. So we're just going to take a look at some of these links. And this is just, I simply install this onto the core Joomla site that just has a basic, has the sample data on it. And if we go to here, let's move this here, and paste that first link, we have, now we're going to have to scroll down quite a bit because all these modules show in the demo content. We get down here. Look, here is a lovely sitemap. If somebody were going to just look through, everything set up for based on the categories in the Joomla content. And people can go through here and could see the articles and manage their way that way. So handy dandy link set up right out of the box. Now we will revisit how to add different things to here, but let's just work through these other views here. So we have the core, this is the an XML sitemap. This is what you would want to submit to Google. And if we do this and hit enter, there's just the raw code, and you would set up a sitemap in Google Webmaster Tools, and then it will just know how to check. And here you see things like frequency, priority. These are probably things that can be changed, but I really like it for that. Now, XML for images. What images are on the site here? Let's see. Let's go Control V. Paste that in there. Now it's spinning around. And what we have here is, again, an XML output of all the different images that are available here on the site. If you were submitting images to, I guess, to be picked up in Google Images, or somewhere to show the images that you have on your site, especially if you're creating images, then that would be handy. I've never had a use for this one, but it's there for people that might. If you know what another use for that might be, go ahead and comment in chat. Now, here's one that I did have a use for a long time ago. I was working on a site that put sports news on it, and we were having a hard time getting picked up in Google News. And it wasn't until after I left that site, because actually the guy was lying to clients about how much traffic we had. He was over-exaggerating, and I told him that's not how I did business. So I said, you know, if that's the way you're going to do business, you're going to have to find a new web guy. And so he found a new web guy. Anyways, but shortly after that, I noticed that there was this sitemap for submitting to Google News. And again, it's an XML page. We can just go like that. But it is a place that you could submit information from the site to Google News. So when you have things here, news, publication, news, name, language, genre, blog, publication date, and the title. So that's another handy dandy thing. I really like this JSitemap Pro just for the number of things that they have here, and it's very easy to figure out. And like I said, it's an extension that I've not used fully. Excuse me. But anyway, so we have others here. XML for mobile sitemap. Probably don't need to look at all of these. Let's see. Paste that there. And yeah, so that's just submitting the pages for mobile. Again, I'm not sure. Oh, Bjorn says just click link instead of copying. Just click go to link. Is there a go to link? Where's there? That's added to robot. Oh, okay. Well, what am I doing? Is it this that I... Oh, that's copied. Right click. Right click where? Bjorn's going to teach me a shortcut that I never use here. Is it this one here? Oh, okay. Hold on a sec. No. Oh, are you saying I should select this and then right click? Oh, go to. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Man, see? I learn every time I show up for a live stream, I learn. All right, so we've got one for mobile. Let's just try a little trick here. Go to there. And there's no videos on this site, so nothing is going to show up. And the last one here is XML hreflang sitemap. I have no idea what that is. Paste, so we go there. What is an href? Oh, there's nothing in that. href lang might be, has something to do with links, obviously, but maybe maybe that has to do with languages, since it says language. I don't know. All right, now let's go back to our link for XML sitemap here. And you'll see over at the side option here we have, if I click that lightning bolt there. This is so that you could submit that sitemap to search engines. If you want to submit a new sitemap or after your sitemap is changed, you can choose to notify search engines for that to speed up recrawling of the sitemap. It's an alternative method to resubmit sitemap compared to using your Google search engine account as Google Webmaster Tools. We recommend that you do it no more than once a day after the completion of a major site update. James just lost my audio. Can everyone else hear me? It might be something local to you, James. Oh, Bjorn says okay. So James, you might. I'm not sure what to say. It might. It might. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Something local there for you. Anyway, so you can search to Google, Bing, Yandex. Is that the big one in China? And Baidu, or is Baidu? I'm not sure. The other thing too is that you can do here is you can add the sitemap to your robots.txt so that the sitemap will be indexed by search engines that come to your site. And I've actually never even done that on that. That's just clicking around seeing buttons. There used to be a place where you could generate this as well in Joomla 3, because I had a site that had a huge sitemap, like 10,000 pages, and but the I don't see that option here anymore. All right, now let's go back to the HTML sitemap, and we're going to look at something. I only figured this out recently. You'll notice that on this sitemap here, we have all of the Joomla categories, and we also have the menus. That's because JSitemap Pro, you can set what kind of content in your site is pulled out into the sitemap. Sorry. And well, I guess talking to James doesn't work because he can't hear me. Oh, duh. So in JSitemap Pro, we can go up to the top here and you'll see sitemap data sources. Let's click on that. We see right now the sitemap is pulling information from content, the main menu blog menu, special menu, and bottom menu. All right. Now, we can even change the order of that. So watch, if I put content down 1, the main menu content will probably appear above here. So let's refresh this. Yeah, so there's the main menu and the links that appear on the main menu, and then uncategorized went down. So you have control over the order that things are seen. I'm going to put content back up. But you can also add data sources to this. Now watch this. I'm going to hit new data source. Hello, Imran. Good to see you. Imran, I was wondering how you made out with during the cyclone Mocha. Hope that you're well and everything's okay. But now you'll see here are data sources that you can add to your sitemap from all these different extensions here. All right. And what we will do is we're going to go down to Joomla, the ones that are called Joomla. And look, here's Joomla tags. So I'm going to click that, and it's doing that source thing. And now I have Joomla tags up at the top as one that is that will show up as a new source. Now we hit refresh. There we go. Now it's added there, Joomla tags. Now, of course, you might not want it right at the top. Maybe you want it below content, or maybe you want to have it at the end. So, oh, look, wow, look at that. You can drag this now. That's cool. Oh, I didn't realize that. Nice. So, next, when we go up here and refresh, Joomla tags moves down to the bottom. So if on your sitemap there are some extensions that you want to have added as sources there, you can click New Data Source and just go and find if your extension is there. All right. Some Foca download, Foca galleries. What else do they? Well, they've got K2. Yeah, I got Kunina. All right. So if you have a form, you could add Kunina, JStore, Jom Social, Ignite Gallery, eDocument. So a lot of things. These are all available predefined, and I suppose that if you had others that were not Community Builder users, okay, you could ask, or you could look into that. Now, down here at the bottom, we have custom user-defined and plug-in data source. Let's click on that and see. Custom, let's just call this custom one. The type, user, description, I don't know. And is it published? Yes. Open link mode, use global. Yeah, open a link when someone clicks on it. Probably want a blank window. We'll use global. ACL filtering, include elements, title for data source, expand, enable SCF links. All right. I just want to see where it is that we pick where this is going to pull from. Okay, so Imran says that the cyclone turn before hitting. All right, well, good for you. Bad for the people in Myanmar, but include elements. Oh, specify the component view if needed. Oh, name of component. All right, so if we, all right, so let's say we wanted to do something for, I don't know, guided tours. Oh, so now you're going to go through and select where the content is. Oh, in the table. All right, so you could do some custom. If one of those setup data sources was not available, you could do it custom. And you could set a field. All right, so we have to select the table here. So guided tours, let's find G, guided tours. And now we can select the title and guided tours, select this field as ID needed for a link, I guess, I don't know. And category ID if needed. All right, so this would take some experimenting. But good to know. And oh, look at that. And then you join table. Wow, there's a bunch of things to do here. Probably a tutorial on this. We won't get into that. But it's just so that you know, you could add to your sitemap something that is already here. Almost be easier to create a main menu item, or to create menu items linking to components that you want it to be picked up, and then add them in here. So, all right. Import sources. You can export sources that you've made. Okay, you can export Joomla tags, export sources. You can duplicate. You can edit the data source here. Import. All right. And as we look at Joomla, just this one at Joomla tags, we have all those options here. As an example, you could probably follow up main database table tags, select from this tag, name of component tags, select from tags, title ID, that was left blank. And it looks like, oh, all these other ones were left blank too. So you just have to do it for the one. And then auto-generate the SQL query. Interesting. Wow, that's some complex feature offer there. But we have other options too here. We can ACL filtering. If you disable this option, items for sitemap won't be filtered against level, and in sitemap, for example, will be visible to guest users. Also elements with higher access levels, such as registered. So if you don't want things that are ACL that are only available, if you don't want links being picked up in or being displayed in your sitemap that are limited by the ACL, then you can change these settings here. You could say enabled, so don't show anything that's not available to guest. All right. So that's kind of good, because maybe you have content that you want to be visible for people to see that it exists, but when they click on it, you want it to say, "Hey, you don't have the authorization to see this." Imran has a question in chat. He has a problem with Joomla update to 4.3. The guided tour didn't install. He also updated 4.3.1, but same result. So Imran, I would first of all go and check the database. Make sure in extensions, see if the database has anything, and if not, anything that can be fixed. I would also try reinstalling 4.3.1 by doing the update. We can look at that in a little bit. All right. Oh, and also Bjorn's point there too. Is the plugin enabled? That's another good point. Okay. So that's all right. So that's looking at just sitemap data sources. Now we have a wizard here. What's the wizard? Oh, okay. Wizard it takes us back to there. Oh, we didn't look at the bottom plugin data source. Import a plugin data source. Oh, okay, so there might actually be extensions that have a plugin data source, a plugin to be a data source in this. And then, all right, let's cancel that. And whoops, too much canceling. And then let's just go this last thing down here where we have links data source. Links, that's the here's where we have the where we have some choices over the default ones. Include elements in Google News XML sitemap. Yes. A genre of news blog or press release. Let's see here. Choose to include this data source elements in the XML Google News sitemap. If you choose, no elements will be visible in the standard XML sitemap, but won't be included in Google News. So you can pick these different genres. I wonder if this genre set somewhere, because you can pick more than one. So I guess it looks to see if there's an element there, and if you've got a bunch of things, you can select multiple ones. Okay. Include elements in Google AMP, that's Amplified Mobile Pages, XML sitemap. If you choose, no elements will be visible in the standard, but won't be. So Google's, I'm not sure what the state of Google AMP is, Accelerate Mobile Pages. They want to have sort of their own format for mobile pages, and a lot of people didn't want them to mess up that. They wanted something that was just more independent across the board for people. So there you go. Now sitemap custom links. What's down here? We're going to add a link. Okay, I can't add anything here. Sitemap custom links. No. All right, not sure what that's for. Imran says Google AMP is a bad thing. Yeah, so I did do a bunch of stuff for Google AMP a long time ago because I wanted to get mobile pages being seen, but then I think it's kind of lost its way. All right, include filters. So here's a lot. Okay, so here is where we are. Where we have settings for the different sitemaps that we already went through and saw. And you can include filters for images, sitemap, and there's the instructions there. So lots of options. So in this case, I think that John's probably, I think this is the go-to and the best sitemap extension. And in fact, just out of curiosity, Let's go to extensions and install. Install from the web. Yes. See, it's number 3 of all popular extensions here in the JED. You've got Akiba, you have Convert Forms, you've got JSitemap. So that is pretty good. All right, components, JSitemap Pro. Let's look back here. Show HTML sitemap. Okay, that was okay. We got quick buttons just to look at there. We already did that. Here's quick things for showing. Here you can export or write an XML sitemap. Oh, and this brings up a tool for all of them. Oh, and then, oh wow. Export XML standard sitemap. All right, well, let's export this. So what happens? It's going to make an XML file. Oh man, so you could actually just paste that somewhere as sitemap. Oh, that's crazy. Why don't we do that? Let's save that. And let's open it. It opened in Notepad on my other screen here. So once it opens, I will bring it over. It might be, oh, Notepad is not responding. Let's try this. Let's go show in folder. Oh, it opened. It just took a while. Okay, so, look at that. You can, oh man, that's crazy. You can export your XML sitemap too. Why is that good? I think one advantage of that would be is that if you have a huge sitemap that takes a long time to generate, you could just generate it and then you could then put it onto a location on your file space and submit that to Google. And that overcomes the problem of things timing out submitting the sitemap. All right, so, and now here are cron jobs. So if you want to set this up as a link in cron job, this will, you can refresh the sitemap periodically and the exporting of it. Wow. Sitemap export XML format. Now where would it export to? I don't know. Let's try. Let's just, okay, we copied that. Let's go up here. Let's put it in, yeah, we'll put it here. If I go Control V and just run that, the file sitemaps xml.xml written successfully to root. Oh my goodness, look at that, people. You can export, you can have your sitemap exported to the file space on your website under this name here, sitemap_xml.xml. Submit that to Google to Google Workspace, or Google Workspace, no, Google, whatever webmaster, Google Search, and then you can set up a yes, Imran, but that's what it is. That's the root directory of the Joomla site there. And then, anyways, so by setting up that cron inside your site, where you do your web hosting wget, this would be updating regularly every day. And then when Google went back to it, would check. You don't even have to submit one that runs off of your that generates it on the fly. Yeah, that is really good. All right, so that's the standard sitemap. That's XML images. So these are all buttons to do this yourself. These are cron for doing these. Why is there 2 rows here? These look to be the same. I'm not sure why there's 2 rows, but that is really cool. And then down here we've got, okay, isn't that interesting? I like that. All right, so now analyze sitemap links. I think that this might be, okay, so here we go. This is what we see here, analyzing these links. There is the link, there's the content, the title is home, last modified, link validation. Now indexing status, it's not indexed. What does indexing status mean? It must mean something though. Oh, and this is also testing. Oh, look at this. This is testing. This is testing the status of all your pages. Oh, added to Google. Okay. Great. Because there is a place in here we're going to see that you can hook up your Google Analytics account. But look, we can check the HT status here and look, do we have any 404s, things that aren't working in the sitemap? Because you don't want that. So we filter. Nope. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? That's very cool. All right. Go back to the control panel. Well, I'm impressed. I am very impressed by this. SEO Spider. Now, oh, okay. Now here is an evaluation of your SEO pages. Here's the load time testing your page. That's probably that's got to be internal, probably. You can see the evaluation of your title. Your title should be 60 to 70 characters long. Okay. Now, description, too short. The description for this page is too short. Should be 150 to 160 characters. There's your heading 1 tag is this. So you can look and see different pages that maybe need to be evaluated for your SEO. Very cool. And see if we click here. Oh, that is going to take us to the page that we're actually looking at. So we don't need that. I guess what the next thing I would want to see is click the, okay, you can edit the canonical tag. Let's not worry about that now. To fix this, let's see, click. All right, so you can click and edit things right in here. So this is very similar to for SEO. So there's overlap here for SEO. And in the case of for SEO and in the case of JSitemap Pro, what I would want to do would be to be able to edit it directly in the root. So for instance, if we go, let's find something out here. This is what's the title of this page? Welcome to Cassiopeia. All right. So if we go into here and welcome to Cassiopeia, this is overridden. All right, and I save that. All right, this is overridden. So we've overridden this here, the tag 1. Now, if we go to content and articles, and we're looking for my first page, go into here, and we look into publishing, I think it is. Let's just go back, make sure I'm doing this correctly. Tags, this is overridden. Click to edit the first heading tag. Oh, that was heading. All right, that's the heading tag. I was thinking I was changing the description. Okay, so they have this. All right, so this is to override the heading 1 tag, what it is showing up in the page, and that change gets done here. Meanwhile, if this is too short, you need to go and change that. So for instance, is there a way to refresh? Click the open. All right, so let's see. Click for details. Duplicate descriptions. Description details. Oh, all of these pages have duplicate descriptions. They're probably empty. All right. Let's click this here. Oh. All right. SEO content analysis. Start analysis. Okay. Let's type that in there. Oh, so if your focus keyword is Joomla, the page title does not contain the focus keyword. Good meta description contains the focus keyword yet. None of the header tags contain the focus keyword. All right, so do a bit of evaluation on your SEO for that page. None of your images contain the focus keyword in the alt attribute. All right, so interesting. So to change the title and description, you'd have to go in there. If you're going to override what the heading 1 is, this is what the text would be instead of home. All right, for your heading 1. So it does a quick look at your pages anyways to see how things look for your SEO. And we've got 2 pages of things here. And so there's certain things. So for instance, tags, if we look at this here, use the search engine's meta info instead. Here's the heading 1 here. It looks like, oh yeah, typography heading 1. That makes sense why that is the heading 1. In fact, color scheme, that's heading 1. And that's heading 1 because that's what it said. This is showing the typography. Bjorn says use the search engine's meta info. Is that a button on another screen? Let's just see here. Let's see. SEO. Oh, okay. Oh, it's on another screen. Okay, we'll get to great. Export headings. What are we exporting? Oh, in the control panel. Okay, great. A new button coming. All right. So import headings. Export XLS. What is XLS? Oh, export to a Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Import headings. What are the headings that get? All right. Must be these. Export them. Oh, then you could go in and actually manually do it and then import them. Okay. Let's just try that. Let's just export this. Let's save that. Let's open that up. Imran can't keep his eyes open. Imran, have a great rest of your day. Here's what showed up over here. Is this just to start a table in order to go through and fill in what you want? I'm not sure. That would require some checking out. All right. Interesting tool in there. All right, so, there we go. Search engine's meta info. That's the next thing we'll check out then. Okay, now again, this is doing an override, right? So this is very much like for SEO. And on this, this is where I guess this is increasingly happening as Joomla is maturing and you get more things that are established, like extensions like this. You start to get overlap across your favorite extensions. So for instance, I really like for SEO, for SEF, and I like for SEO. And I like for SEO for it, so I might not necessarily use all of the SEO things here in JSitemap Pro. So it really comes down to what are the extensions that scratch the itch that we have for our sites and what we're going to use. And especially if you have multiple Joomla sites or you're building sites or maintaining sites for clients, it's not bad if you have an extension that is killer like this for sitemaps, but then you also think, but no, for SEO, I'm going to use something else. Although there's tons of SEO tools in here and you could work away. And I will say that I like the interface here because it fits in. It's using the Joomla 4 interface. Yeah, so Bjorn says you can change the titles for Google and descriptions. And I guess, again, what I would like to do is if I go into, okay, what is this? This is my first page. So let's go blah, blah, blah. All right. And does that automatically save? Oh, save here. Okay, we save. Did that save? I think it saved. Oh, operation completed successfully. So now if we go here, yeah, and so see, it did not save here. What I would really like would be a tool where if you were to if you're making a description, oh, that was the title. Sorry, that blah blah blah. All right, so let's save that. Now we'll refresh. Yeah, what I would like is an extension where if you change, and maybe it's not possible, but when you change the description for a search engine in the tool, instead of doing an override, you actually are doing it right in the content, and then that is taken care of. That would be, it would seem to me that that would be something that you could do, just because I don't want to do all the SEO work in an extension that maybe later on I'm not going to use anymore, or who knows, whatever reason, if it's no longer being offered in 5 years, anything can happen. And I just don't want to have to redo all of that stuff. I'd rather have a tool that let me see everything, and then when I changed it, it was changing it right on the article, and that was good. All right, so that's just how I feel about that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but it would be great if this were displaying what was in there and you could change it and you could save it. I guess one challenge would be is that someone could be in there editing this article, and the next thing you know, you go and you're saving this and messing things up for them. But okay, Bjorn says auto-populate at top. Okay, migrate meta. Okay, auto-populate meta. Okay, so here it auto-populated based on what the title, I guess, is, right? Or was it my Joomla CMS? I think it automatically put in the title. So it shows, okay, so it shows what's there. Description for search engine. So let's try this. Let's go to this first page here. First of all, let's take this out. All right. Let's delete that. And let's auto-populate the meta info. All right, because I did that, it's not. All right, so let's go to the article, Your Modules. your modules. Publishing. No, all we've got up there is my Joomla. That's cool. So all we're getting there is the site name, system, global configuration, my Joomla. I wonder why it picked CMS. Change use global. Change that. That's for just robots.txt. Image for social share. You can pick that. All right, so this auto-populated something. Doing a character counts. It just put it in blank. There's your title. So now, you know, if you were using this on a page on a site with just a few pages, it wouldn't be that onerous to do that in here. So and then migrate meta info to a new domain. I don't know if that opened up anything or we have to wait. Save all meta info. That saves everything on the page. Oh, delete all meta info. Okay, so now if we auto-populate, oh, it does it in everything. All right, so my first, okay, this is what I wanted to try here. Let's go to this article, content, articles. We're going to look for first. Okay. Meta description. This is my description entered right in the core, in the article. Editor. All right, this is my description. Description entered right now. All right, so let's save. So we can go back to here. That's delete all meta info, yeah. And I did save this here, right? Yeah, just make sure. And now let's auto-populate. Oh, okay. So it did look at everything. Now, of course, I can't... hello. Now, if I save that... go back here and refresh, it's not going to update. No, and that's what you would want. But still, that's great for loading it to see what is there. And I will say this too, these tools, both this and for SEO, if you, all you have to do is go and here's a way to look at everything and do a score. Excuse me, I'm getting a phone call there, which I will have to get back to them later on. Let me just turn this off here into airplane mode. All right, I think that will take care of that. Anyways, this is a great way to see everything all at once for what you have for meta description and to see what you need to go and change. All right, now save meta info for this link or delete current ones. All right, so here you can clear this and you can auto-populate again. Oh, okay. So definitely you could go through here and pick your images. I like, remember for SEO that you have that little tool in the bottom right hand corner. You can do it for the front of the page. That's very handy on each page that you're viewing, and look and see what's there. Basically, since you can't update right what is there, you can at least see what is there through this screen and go and change it. So, and export meta info. That's going to export it to a CSV file. Let's just try that again here. Let's open that, and here we go. And there's your spreadsheet. And this is where you could open this up and oh, this is all just one line. Okay, so you could import this into a table. So in which case, let's do this. Don't save that. Import, migrate, no. Oh, there you go, save, oh, save all met. No, I was looking for a way to do it Excel. So you could actually take this and import it into an Excel spreadsheet and then export it as CSV, and then you could change this so you could work in one place. All right. Okay, here. Let's just check how things are going here. Good. Just checking the stream status. All right. Hey, look at that word. Haven't even made it through half the dots here. Google Indexing Tester. No SERP results found for this page. No response for Google Web Page. Try and open another page. This is probably related to the domain. Search by keyword, Joomla, Max. Okay, so this is querying a search word is to see how you are doing, your site is doing in the indexing in Google. All right, so I don't have anything really. Google does not know about this site here, so we can't do that, but cool to see that. Data sets, I believe. This is where you create your data sets. Content, and you can give it a name. Oh, okay. So for instance, we could do this, content and Joomla tags, and call this content and Joomla tags. And we make a custom collection of data sources. So we'll save and close that, which means if we go to here to Sitemap data sources, can you set up a cron job that automatically sends to Google from the control panel? They do have that tool where you could submit it. I think probably you like you said, you should only submit it once a day, no more than once a day. So you could set that up. But I do find that Google does go by sites fairly quickly or regularly. So I haven't seen anything to set up a cron job like that. To do that, we would be... what did we do here? Confirm form, receive submission. Oh. All right, so let's see here. We've got... Let's look and see here. First of all, oh, this still has a thumbnail for my very old site. Oh, and this is actually picking it up from basicjoomla.com, not the subdomain, because that's my old, that's how the site used to look. Okay, getting ready to sneeze here. Sitemap, new data source. Where would the custom ones be? It's not there. Sitemaps, new data source. It'd be probably what I named it, right? What did I name it? Data set, open in new tab. Content and Joomla tags. All right. New data source. Content. Let's go F3, C-O-N-T-E-N-T. Appears twice. In the left. No. don't know. I make the data set, but where does it get used? It makes sense it can get used somewhere. I don't know though. All right. Now, getting down to a couple of, getting close to one of my favorite things that I have used, and that's the htaccess editor. But let's just look at robots. This opens up your this opens up your robots.txt file and shows what is allowed, and you can edit this, and you can add a rule. And this saves you logging into your web hosting control panel and editing it, or going into Foca Commander and finding it. You can just go to this place here, which is super nice. Although I will say this warning about the htaccess editor. If you make a mistake in the htaccess editor and you causing a 500 error on your site, you won't be able to use JSitemap Pro's htaccess editor to get things going again. You will have to go into your hosting. But you can add a directive. Oh, look at this. You can make some rules here too. Again, this is something that's available in other other extensions. For SEO has a variation of this. So if the old path is /Tim blog and the new path is /Tim blog or 401 redirect, we go to add directive, and there we go. Redirect 301 Tim blog to Tim blog. So some little help with some rules there. That's kind of handy. You can also do regex in there. Redirect URL path or folder. Anyways, but you can get into your htaccess and you can make some changes, or you can preview it and you can see it there's pretty handy. Pingomatic links. What are those? The new link. Pick a URL from the sitemap. All right, let's pick this one here. This tags. All right, Joomla. Last ping, never. All right. Services to ping. Huh. Don't know, quite sure what this does. But Pingomatic. Let's see. Why ping? What is pinging? Pinging. What did I say? Ping. Ping. What is the use of pinging a website? Here we go. Pinging your website is the online equivalent of waving a flag and yelling, "Hey, over here." Oh, okay. All right. So basically, see if this to see if the site is up. Yes. Yeah, but I also think too what this is, okay, so in the pinging, this is, I think this is making sense to me now. In a submarine, they go ping. It sounds different than that. You know that sound from submarine movies. The ping goes out and then they listen for it to come back in. So this is a way of telling Google, hey, check out this link, which is here. here I am. Can you hear me? And submit this to things. So you can save and close. Now there's a ping. If I select this, I don't have, there's no way to ping here. But if I go in, I can send a ping to that page. I'm not going to because I don't want to create problems here. But you can ping some of these different things here. Look at that web crawler. Is web crawler still a thing? How about Ask Jeeves? Just as AskJeeves.com. Remember how popular that was? Ask.com. Yeah, still there. Search engine. Joomla. Let's see what they've got for the results. Ask Jeeves is still a thing. Cool. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. I digress. All right, so you can set up a URL and then you can ping it. And that lets people know that it's there. Today. When you send a ping request to server or web site associated with server, you send a packet to the site and the server responds that it has received it. Oh, you don't ping it, the search engines do. Okay. All right. So, but this is a way to set a page to have these search engines check to see if that page is there. Okay. And you can pick the URL from this from there. So you could actually even ping sitemaps, but so lots of options here. Man, this guy knows a lot about this this stuff, doesn't he? All right, so that was Ping-O-Matic. AI content generator. I did this yesterday, and so here's what I did. I went to keyword details. I was curious about this. I selected generator. I don't have a ChatGPT API. Eventually, I'm going to have to buy an API. I just don't know what to do. I guess I could just pay for a month or two. I'm hoping that because I have a paid Google account, a workspace account, that somehow it's going to include using the Google Bard. I don't know. But I did find that if I use Bing, I got this. And I just typed in how to back up Joomla, and it generated all of these different things. You know, how to back up and restore the Windows registry. So I don't know if this is suggesting content. I'm not quite sure where this fits in. And I'm okay with that because this is like basically the wild... when it comes to AI, this is like the Wild West. This is so new, and it's interesting to see the different Joomla extensions and how they're using AI. I'm going to tell you, 2 weeks today, Yannick Gauthier is going to be here on the live stream showing his new AI extension for AI. I saw that at Joomla Day Netherlands, he was presenting it. He's doing a whole bunch more work on it. Anyway, so he's going to be here in 2 weeks today on the live stream for us to see that. So right now, these are like early beginning days of AI. So I'm not too bothered by how things work or don't work or not understanding them or what different people are trying to do. So so basically, I guess Bing, I searched this and these are the search results that come back, I would guess. But now here's what I did was I copied. It says control and click to copy. Oh, click to copy this content to the clipboard. Control and click to copy the complete HTML to the clipboard. All right. So then what you can do is this. Let's go to content and let's open articles. And now let's make a new page. And now we can go to the code view and we can paste, and we go to editor, and there we've got that content right there. Yes, Ivor, I have seen that. And we showed it on a live stream a few weeks ago. I think, is that the exact one that we saw? Yes, it is. You can see there's actually, oh, here, wrong screen. Actually see down here, you can support, you can get 25% off to give the code for this. And he actually has an update to this, and I said that I would look at it, and I've not done that yet. I didn't want to do a whole live stream on it yet, so I might just do that as an extra. But yes, that's so I have seen that. All right, let's move that over here. But anyways, look, so here we got, where's this image coming from? This image is coming from source, URL source. How to change alternate text. Where is that? What's the first image? Let's see, code. This would be easier. Image source. Oh, there you go. Windows. So you're actually pulling from the Windows Club WP content. You're pulling from another site there. Anyway, so again, I think one of the big things with AI is, yeah, use this to get ideas. I mean, this one is pulling directly from the web, the results from somewhere. I don't know if that's what the purpose of that is or how you'd use it. Anyways, early days. Even, usually when new stuff comes out, everyone says, we don't want government regulation. We don't want government regulation. But yesterday, the guy who's the head of ChatGPT, the company that does ChatGPT, said the government should regulate artificial intelligence. Man, the people that are that are working on artificial intelligence, even they are afraid of what it'll do. So I could generate some content here, but I don't have the API, and I may just do that anyways. I got to figure out something because I can't keep doing it with the free stuff. I don't think you're going to use it close to full without an API. But like I said, I don't know whether I'm going to get something for because I also have a paid Microsoft account. We'll see. All right, so let's cancel that. But that little tool in there for that control panel. Look at that. We're down to almost the second to last row. Content replacements. Oh, now another tool that is in here. You can set up a pattern. You can replace everywhere Joomla occurs and go Joomla and publish this and save. So now if we go and preview the page, look at that, Joomla. So again, we see Replacer and Regular Labs does this, 4SEO does this, but here is a software package, it's a pro version that you can set up and you can actually do this. And there are other, you can do the regex down here, which is interesting. Regular expressions, oh, it just automatically filled that down there. And you can also use some placeholders. Anyway, so something to figure out there. Probably has some documentation for it. All right, so show XML RSS feed. Okay, we've seen that. Google Search Console Webmaster Tools. So you can link this to your Google Search Console Webmaster Tools thing. Maybe we would do that. I guess I could do that later on. Whoops, a daisy. All right, so that would be handy to see, to unlock full potential. Google Analytics too, to see it for your site. Okay, Maybe I could do that later on, just playing around. Sorry. Okay. And then Google Page Speed. That's probably, let's see what it's going to test. Or is this just a quick link to Google Page Speed? Let's see. It's loading. Is it loading? Is it doing a test on all pages? That would be crazy. Screenshot. Oh, this is on the home page. Score 100. Score category fast. Yeah. Tester saw. Okay, so this did a test. Oh, this did a test on all assets, did it? Did it just burn through my whole site and test it? Size of things, yeah. SEO test, okay. Document has a valid rel canonical, structured data, all right. And that was looking for this particular here. And you could test other links in there, okay. Again, lots of other tools that we use for checking things like that, but if you're working on a site and want to have a bunch of things in one place, this becomes like a suite of features. Configuration. Oh, we probably should have checked that out. All right, so here you auto-update by putting in your email address that you bought. Preferences, class for sitemap div container, the open link. So if the opening link, you wanted a blank or parent or self window. Include menu external links. So if you have an external link in your menu item, do you want that in your sitemap? Yes or no? You can disable these formats here. Enable site link search box. Google search can expose a search box scoped to your website when it appears as a search result. Thanks to this feature, this search box can be powered directly with the Joomla search component of your choice. For more information, refer to Google documentation. Oh, that's something cool to check out. Enable opt-in robots directive. Okay, that's if you're in the European area after Google's implemented Europe's new copyright law. So I'll reinforce France. You could experience the loss of your snippets and index contents unless you use the robots meta tag to opt in. All right. 404 page. Now you can have a custom 404 page, which a number of extensions offers. So I think 4SEF does that. Web 357. And again, those are sweet. So what one system are you going to use? All right, lots of things here. Sitemap aspect. Oh, look at this. You want? Oh, hey, that's pretty. Let's just save that and check that out. Must have a sitemap here. All right, let's refresh. Hey, look at that. And even in orange even. Oh, and it replaced Joomla. There's your pages. Well, that's pretty cool. Ah. Modern. Yeah. Navigation tree. Oh, well, look at that. That's pretty cool. Look at all these things. Dynamic. Okay. LED. Oh. Large, basic, silver. Ah, oh, I like that. That's cool. Let's go to not modern navigation tree. Let's just see what that looks like. Save sitemap navigation tree. Oh, wow, that's probably kind of cool. Hey, well, this is a great visual way to visualize how deep all of your content is. Main menu blog. Okay. Navigation tree template settings. Okay, more things you can. Oh, change the color of the root nodes. Okay. Wow. I never even looked at this ever before. Cache and splitting. Use cache for sitemaps. If you enable cache for sitemaps, will be cached using Joomla native caching system. This can be useful if you need to speed up sitemap generation to require less time. So you can cache them. You can set a lifetime in days. Okay. You can pre-cache. Let you enable pre-caching system for sitemap. That it's often mandatory to generate full images, sitemaps, and sites with many links and house servers, low service. It's okay. So I think if we enable that, splitting a sitemap. If you choose to split sitemap, when you export XML sitemap with too many links to be accepted by search engines, it will be split in different ways based on max links per each file. Current limit fixed by search engines is equal to 50,000 links per sitemap. All right, so if you got more than 50,000, you want to split it. You know, one of the great things about Joomla and about really excellent extensions like this is that you can learn a lot of stuff just by going through and seeing the options and what they do. Okay. We save that. And then go to the control panel. Ah, look at this down here. Now we get, I remember I said I didn't see that before. Now you can pre-cache these. And so here's the XML sitemap. Let's say that was huge. You can run it and pre-cache it. And now it is there. And the only thing is you have to be very careful with the expiry on this cache, because you don't want to be serving up old ones over and over again. Let's see if we can find that. But watch, now when I paste this, that just bombed in super fast. So pre-caching. Set a cache time for sitemaps in days based on how often your site contents change. By default, sitemaps will be cached for 1 day. If you set to use always cache sitemaps, the cache version will never become stale and will be reused over and over until you delete it from the Joomla cache management. This is useful if your sitemap requires too much time and Googlebot times out during fetching it. All right, so if you set to use always cache sitemaps, the cache version will never become stale and will be reused over and over again. Always use cache. Use cache for sitemaps. Let you enable a pre-caching system for sitemap to build large sitemaps incrementally set. It's often mandatory to generate full. It's also particularly useful when you have sitemaps with many thousands of links and you receive errors for timeout. Thanks for this. Sitemap can be generated through an AJAX process that incrementally builds the whole site. Okay. So I guess that my question here is this saying if you enable cache for your sitemaps will be cached if you enable cache your sitemaps will be cached using Joomla native caching system. This can be useful if you need to speed up sitemap generation. Yeah. But this will be cached in a Joomla native caching. I guess my question is use the drop down. Oh, okay. Always use cache sitemaps. Okay, so if I pre-cache it, I say, hey, always use this here. Always use the one there. But then, if I don't regenerate it, it gets stale. And that's the problem. Okay. All right. Because I have had run into that where I had a sitemap that was cached, but I had still added content to it. So we can clear that cache there. But all right. Publication name for Google News Sitemap. Limit to recent Google News articles. Number of days. All right. Images and videos sitemap. All right. So more settings for the different core sitemaps that he offers. RS feed, if you're doing this, all right, and setting that up. Okay. Oh, and this is a GeoSitemap for showing your name and author. Okay. Enable Google AMP sitemap. Okay. Lots of settings. Features and tools include archive contents within Sitemap. Does anyone use the archive feature? I had someone asking me last night what it was for. I don't archive contacts. I just think that they should all be left on there, accessible to things. Enable multiple if enabled, the checkbox to duplicate the default data source of type content will be shown in the list of data sources. You won't be allowed to delete the native data source type type content, but only duplicates. Are you allowed to have multiple content data sources? Because you can create a content data source. You can create a sitemap that is just only for a certain category, I think. We'll check that out. ACL filtering, we saw that. Auto exclude no index. So if articles say no index, don't show them in the sitemap. Number selectable. Okay. SEO stats enable. SEO service stats. Oh boy. Auto ping search engines. If this option is enabled when you save an article, it will be automatically pinged or repinged to default Ping-O-Matic and weblog services. All right. Article link auto pinging. If the option is enabled when you save an article, the exact link of the single article will be pinged. It will ping the link to the parent menu. Okay. So many things. Enable Google Indexing API. Okay. So you can set up an API and that says waiting. Enable the Google Indexing API and click. Okay, links analyzer, standard validation, so many things. Number of SERPs results, Google page speed, SEO spider, enable headings override. So here's all the things. Search engine meta, self-generate meta description, CSS selector for self-generate, maximum length. Twitter cards, that username of the website. Yeah. So put in a few things there. Okay. At username of the author, advanced source. Okay. AI contents. There's where you put your ChatGPT API. Okay. So many things. This is Google Analytics, which are you using? Google Analytics API, G4, Google Analytics, yep. Your G4 property ID, so that would be, I don't think this probably puts it in your pages. I think this probably is for connecting to show the results. Your Google API key, Google Analytics tracking code. This is for putting the snippet in. Do you want to put the snippet in? Okay, another way to do that, which makes perfect sense. You know, we use a lot of extensions, but if you're looking for something that's got a lot of tools that you can do and use a certain way in your site, then here's another place to put the Google Tag Manager. And of course, developers are putting out products that have lots of features and increasing more and more, and there's good value in that, but then there's overlap amongst them. Matimo tracking. I don't know what Matimo is. But what is Matimo? It is city in Texas. Oh, Matimo. I want Matimo. Matimo. It's an alternative to Google Analytics. And its pricing is 50,000 hits. Oh, for the first 50,000 hits, hosted on your servers, you full privacy compliance, unlimited. Oh, and then you start paying for logs down here if you want extra things. Wait, about what you can have. Custom reports. All right, so $29 a month to do your own hosting, do your own Google tracking. Interesting. Okay, and let's go up here. Advanced settings. Woo! Sitemaps link rewriting. Choose to rewrite the links for sitemaps generation for using Joomla, SEF Joomla mode, force format, enable random links for sitemaps. Okay. Wow. Pre-caching with SH404 language. All right, that's an older setting because that's not for Joomla 4. All right, and permissions. All right, so now let's see here. Data sets. Oh, look at, oh, here's down here. Remember I created that data set? Now it's down at the bottom. Oh, look at that. Oh, and how did that change that? So I put that in that link there. We have data set 1 at the thing there. Let's go. I don't know if it changed anything. Oh, it did. It put this in. Oh, remember, because we did content and we did tags. Hard to say. Data set showed up down there though. Oh, this. Oh, look at that. All right, so if we select that and go, we get, oops, sorry, my mistake. We get, select that and go to it. We get this long one, which was categories, Joomla, and the menus. But if you create a data set and filter, and then we go to that, we get just showing what's in the filter there. Interesting. So you could actually go through and just add that filter to one. I could take that out and then it would no longer be filtered there. Now, I said something about being able to make your own sitemap. And let's see where that was. New data source, no. Maybe I'm thinking of RSS feeds, to make your own RSS feed and pull from certain contents, because this is actually just the whole sitemap. All right. Well, man, I'm glad we looked at that. That's quite a bit. Way more than I ever knew. Some things I could check out. Let's go to Let's go to, let's see. Do I want to add this to Google Web Search Console? Because, let me just open this up. I'm not sure what I'm going to see here. Let me just see here. Let me just go on the other page and here, and I'm going to go to cybersalt.com/administrator. And I'm going to log in here. And I'm going to go to components. Oh, I do not have it on here. Let's do this. On my CyberSalt site here, let's go to users, no, system, install extensions. We'll upload, browse. I put this probably in Joomla 4 on here, and I always call it JSitemap, and there's the latest one. All right, so now it's going to do its thing. Now, let's go to Components, JSitemap Pro. Let's just check out the HTML sitemap. Very boring. Oh, and actually, you know, this is a bit of a pain because this is, I don't have a link to this, so therefore everything, the proper template is not being applied. But here's everything that we've got on the site here. Articles, Joomla error, plugin, migrating, yeah. Recreating, maintenance Monday. Okay, and my main menu, great. But what I want to see is this. Let's go to Control Panel. Yes, Bjorn, if I create a link to it, it will work. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. I'd have to create a hidden link. Yeah, hidden menu link. All right, so I'm going to go down to Google and this is a Search Console Webmaster Tools. All right. So I'm going to get the Google authorization, and I'm going to do this off screen here. I guess I can show this here. It's saying I'm logging in. Do you want it? I want to give it permissions here. Yeah, and I'm going to go continue. Now I'll move that off screen. Oh, look at that. This is your Google authentication code. So I'm going to copy that. All right. Sorry for jumping around. I just really don't want to have to filter things out after. I paste that authorization code, which I got from this window that opened up, and I authenticate and log in. The user does not have sufficient permission for cybersalt.com. I wonder what user this is. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, I don't mind about the code. I didn't mind about that authorization code. Yeah, I guess I guess someone else could put that in if they wanted really to access my stats. But they'd also have to be a user, apparently. So, all right. I wonder. I might not, the CyberSalt user, okay, I'm going to do this. Just to keep this from getting, yeah, here's what I'll do. Computer screen capture. Chat on right. All right. I'm going to just do this while, there we go. I like my haircut that I got yesterday. which means here on this screen here, I'm going to go to Search Console, and I'm going to log into there, and I'm going to go Start, and I'm going to log in as me, and I go to cybersalt.com, and I'm just looking to see what is going on here. Users. I don't know why. I mean, that's the account that's on here. Oh, user settings. Let's see. Just looking on here. No. Why would that? All right. They recommend an answer to a question, so let's go there. And it says this page cannot be found because I actually put a period at the end. You can be an owner or user of the property, or user of a property. Each of these roles has significant rights. See and manage the user list in Site Settings Gear User Permissions. Site User Gear. Users and permissions. Tim at cybersalt.com is the owner. Yep. I'm going to just add this. That's my other one there. I'm going to give full permission to there. Yeah. That's good. Go back to here. I log out from Google. I get a Google authorization code. All right, I'm going to switch this. I'm going to try a different account here. I'm giving permission. And we go like that. And now I'm going to try that. User does not have sufficient permissions. Okay, let's go to Control Panel. Let's go to Configuration. Google Webmaster and Analytics Settings. Yeah, Google Analytics. Connection mode. I don't have that. I don't want to put the code in. Well, I don't know how to give myself more permission than that, so. All right, well, that's something for me to sort out and play around with afterwards. I think I'll just leave it at that for now. But that said, very, very interesting extension. Lots of features and some things that I see that I could be using. All right. Well, think that there we go. That takes care of, that's a pretty good look at that. So I can see, Ivor asked, did I put in the API key on Google Webmaster tab? No, I did not. I don't know if I can, is there, I don't even know if there, see, basically, if we go back here to here, analytics, yeah, preferred website, Google application. Set your custom API key. If you have set up your own Google app for Google Search Console, Webmaster Tools, and Google Analytics. I've not done that. So I don't know if I have to, because it says if. I don't want to set up the, I don't, oh. Hey, let's just try this. Google Search Console. No. You have not set credentials for your own Google app. Oh. All right, you're right, Ivor. You have not set credentials for your own Google app for Google Analytics. You're using our free default Google app account. You may want, oh, okay, you may want to set up your own Google app. As explained in the documentation. Oh, yeah, we never even looked at the documentation. Google Analytics, Google app. Okay. All right, I think I will do that separately because it involves logging into a bunch of accounts and looking at things and cutting and pasting, and it is late. So I think I'll just stop there today. I need to eat some food now too. I did have breakfast, but I think that is probably, better call it there for today. I'm going to call this a win because we didn't get too lost in the weeds and we found a lot of cool things. And I'm really excited about having this extension for controlling sitemaps and submitting things and doing things. So it is, it's great. I like it. All right, everybody. Well, I think I will wrap it up there unless you've got something else. Oh, Imran, he's gone to bed. We're going to try to help him with that issue that he had with guided tours not showing. Anyways, everyone, thanks for tuning in today. As always, it was good to spend time with you, and I learned stuff. So I hope you learned stuff too. I hope that this was a good look at this extension too. And man, there's lots of things still that we didn't look at settings and talk about, but we got a good idea that there's a lot that can be done related to sitemaps, but also to other things. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. As always, I hope that wherever you are, be it morning, afternoon, evening, or tomorrow, that you are well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.